The spectacular and unique title reign of Alex Pereira came to an end at UFC 313. Magomed Ankalaev is the new light heavyweight champion. He earned a unanimous decision victory to take the belt. A very close fight. There is an argument that exists for Pereira rounds 1, 3, and 5 to get the nod in a 48-47. I think there is a case to be made for Ankalaev winning up to 4 rounds. You could say as well as one judge did score it. I leaning to giving Ankalaev 48-47, 3 rounds to 2. From my cage side perspective there, I did think the rightful winner and new champion was crowned here. Ankalaev now unbeaten over 14 consecutive fights in the UFC. He had an opportunity to get this belt back in December 2022, fought Jan Blachowicz for a draw, and then he's had to take the long and challenging road back to this fight, fighting here during Ramadan, unideal circumstances, all this stuff, but he goes in there and gets the job done. Not a ton of big moments in this fight. Ankalaev had the biggest of all when he stunned Pereira late in the second round. Who knows if that leads to a finish, if there's another 20 or 30 seconds, but he was able to keep the momentum going pretty consistently afterwards there, and I do think deserved to get his hand raised in this fight, but it sets up a pretty compelling immediate rematch, which I think is pretty much the only way to go here. There's no one out there that I think deserves the title shot over Pereira at this point. He has wiped out the majority of the top 5 in this weight class. He did incredible things with those 3 title defenses in 2024, the fighter of the year for many people in the industry, and I do think he laid the groundwork and the foundation to make claim to that immediate rematch. UFC CEO Dana White saying post-fight that he probably is going to book that next. I think that's just leaving himself a slight opening in case something changes. Pereira, of course, has the opportunity, if he wants it, to potentially go up to heavyweight. I don't know how much intrigue there is maybe in that after this loss. I think the rematch has more steam to it than anything really at heavyweight for him, save a John Jones fight, but I don't know how much luster was lost off that potential matchup given this result. So I do think Pereira, seems like his mind is on a rematch, in his post-fight Instagram statement saying he's going to make the adjustments and that he will be back, all that kind of stuff. So I think the UFC does have something here. Ankalaev continuing the jabs and the roasting and the trash talk towards Pereira. Did it before the fight, doing it after the fight, saying he was running away. Hopefully he brings the fight in a rematch, all that stuff. So I think we have a pretty obvious case of an immediate rematch here, given what Pereira did as champion, given the growing heat and intensity between these two. And it's going to be fascinating to see what those adjustments Pereira is alluding to actually are inside the cage, because Ankalaev, I think, is only going to grow from confidence in this fight. He had 0 grappling success. Maybe that changes in a rematch, or maybe he has even more striking success after being in there 4 or 5 rounds with Pereira. So the new champion is Magomed Ankalaev, but Pereira most certainly will have a chance to get that belt back. It's just a question of when and where that will go down. But given how often Pereira loves to fight, I don't imagine it being too long of a wait. So I expect in 2025 that we see Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira, number 2.